What's going on, traders? Rockefeller back at it, trading BULL today. The Webull ticker, you guys already locked in most of the profits. Just have 160 shares left. Not too big on this, you guys. Just want to see the test really of the VWAP again. If this little churn break happens, hopefully we'll be locking in more than $500 today, around 500. Let's see what happens on the last 160 shares. I might be adding a tiny bit if it keeps going up, just a tiny bit. Let's watch and see what happens here. We need a little more volume and a little more bidders to step it up, you guys. Got to get through this little 1240 area. The reason why I got in this trade is because, let me show you, let me zoom out a bit. If I apply the trades, I'll show you guys. It'll show a bunch of trades everywhere, but I was adding slowly and then taking off profits into strength. Let me go bigger. Let's do a 30-minute. This is when I traded it last week, you guys, but today, bunch of trades on it. Maybe hourly, which should be better. But if you guys could see, I was buying all in here and then selling all up here. 1270. Let's see how the 2-minute would look like. Slowly panicking. See, when I was first buying, you guys. Buying all in here and then selling all up here. 50, 250, 50, 50, 200. Sold the 700 shares up here. 100 shares, 1264, 200, 1259. Then took off a bunch right here and then started adding a tiny bit right here. Anticipating, hopefully, the trend breakout. Let's see what happens here. Take this off the screen. Bunch of trades on that. Got a little panic so far. We only have a few shares left. 160 shares left, so we'll see what happens with the rest. Quick little panic, not too much volume though so far. We could be a little patient with the last few shares. Quick dump, you guys. Quick dump. Quick dump on that one. Let's see. I don't know what that happened. You guys just seen that? They try to dump it really fast. Thank God we locked in most of our profits. Let's see if it's a scare panic, but there was a bunch of volume coming in on that one. Alright, 60 shares. Added 10 more shares, you guys, just 10. 1246 average, 170 shares left. Held my trend so far. So far, volume's ugly, but held the trend. Waiting for the uptick, hopefully. Don't follow what I do, you guys. This is how I trade. Everybody trades differently. Some trades, depending on the trade, how it works, how the market environment is. Some you got to be slower with, some you got to be a little faster with. They're trying to sell this shit down. Let's see if we get above here. Still a little pressure, just a little bit. If you seen last time around 12, it kind of held. The low was 12. I'm gonna see if this thing holds right here, or if they try to slide me down again. Added a tiny bit again, just a tiny bit. See if we could get past this quarter area. 175, 1245 average. Not trying to add to the loser, it's just tiny positions part of the plan. If it doesn't work, I'll quickly take it off below the trend. Need more volume. Volume's not looking good so far. Big sellers coming in, just in case. Added tiny 180 shares. I'm okay with the last piece being up to 200 shares. Try to ask this time. Not good of a fill. That's why sometimes I like the market better. Filled me around 24 to 25. Bunch of sellers right there. Volume's getting a little better on that.
Hello friends, today's video
Bunch of sellers trying to sell it down, you guys. I really want to see it break this trend before I add 5 on. Okay, because I kind of seen the trend line hold. Tiny amount. 190 shares so far. Up to 200, like I said, is okay on my final position. I'll save a little bit just in case it tests this area or this area and holds. Let's see what happens here. We got to get above this trend. Throw a little order out there just in case. 65 on those sale at the 40 area in case we get there. Check down at 30. $15 looking okay. We needed to get above this area. 1236 area. Buying the ask 5 shares. The last 5 will leave for the market. 1243 average. Like I said, below my risk, I'll cut it. Added my 5, my final 5. So now we're 200 shares long at the average of 242.7. Locked, like I said, locked in most of it. Hopefully we get above here. If not, I'll take it off, you guys. Tiny position left. 200 shares. Gonna run to the washroom. Be 1 second, you guys. Alright, you guys, I'm back. This thing's still playing around. I'm seeing a few bidders coming in, which is a good sign. Power hour starts in about 3-4 minutes, so hopefully we get some of these shorts to cover. I could be wrong, but I just want to see a quick squeeze to the VWAP area, really. If that happens. If not, I'll take it off where the risk area is. Put my order in at 100 shares at 12:44 in case we get there for the day, you guys. Still gonna watching the managing risks at the same time. Want to see these shorts cover at the end of the day before the day ends. Maybe get above VWAP, maybe possibly. If that doesn't happen, I'll just take it off at the risk area. Let me shut this window, you guys. 1 minute. Looking okay so far. We need a few bidders to step it up. Like I said, we only have a tiny position left, only 200 shares left. Just looking for a quick squeeze to VWAP, really. Maybe to possibly test the 200 in May. Now it's riding the top of our small trend line so far. We needed to hold that area. Decent bidders at 1224, 1225 area. Few sellers coming in. Down tick. $200 shares. Not that many buyers so far. Not looking good so far. Few sellers coming in here, you guys. They keep selling it. hit 10, you guys. I know I said 200 was my max, but just depending if it's if the trade turns into like a 4-star trade, at least I'll add a tiny position. You know, hopefully if it turns 4-star, which it was 3.5 so far, it kind of turned 3.8, 3.9 right now, so around the 4 so far. Hopefully that'll be our last ad. If this one fails, that means we're probably gonna fail. Right now we have 210 shares left. Yep, 210. Hopefully we get a afternoon squeeze. Let's see what happens here. Looks like they're still gonna keep trying to sell it down. I want to see market makers or somebody jump on the bid. With some follow through and some volume. At least couple 100,000 volume I want to see. Maybe shorts give up today and start covering here. Maybe. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been trading for about 10 years, almost 10 years coming up. I've learned the best thing to do is stay calm and try not to think about the money aspect. I got my dogs over here, so if you guys hear a bunch of noise, scratching and running around, and I don't know if you guys hear it, but I have a little music in the background, trying to cover it up. But if you do, that's the big babies right here. Got 49 minutes left in the market, so we are kind of on a time limit today. I locked in so far. I had a couple thousand shares earlier, locked them in. Only have 210 shares left. Tying it down a little bit, gave a little bit back, being patient, but I kind of want to see if it tests this area again, if volume comes in. If it does, we have a tiny bit of skin in the game. If it gives us a newer low, we'll get out, and if the time clock runs out, I'll probably get out. Most likely, I'll get out, according to the plan. Just keeps failing around the 25-cent area. We need to get above 25. Every 25 cents, there's going to be natural resistance. We need to get above there for this to get a little bit to this area, hopefully. We need to get above the 30 area, really. 25 to 30 area. Not seeing follow through. So far. Hopefully picks up in a few minutes. You want to see like sellers try to sell it, but it doesn't work. still goes a little up. That's why I have like the tape there and the volume there. Sometimes it's like, well, stocks can't do. So like, okay, they couldn't crack this, they couldn't get that, they couldn't do this. Bulls couldn't get it above here, bears couldn't get it below here. You know, gotta like think like how they're thinking. Oh, I hope we get some follow through on this one. 200 shares left. Okay, quick little 10 extra shares there added. 220 so far. Want to get a little action above here. Maybe complete the pattern here. Got to get above here really for it to do anything. I could be wrong, you guys, but let's see. Right now we're at 220. Are they going to try to slam it down again? We shall see. They tried a couple times. This thing's gonna have earnings in a couple days, you guys, so be careful with it. Believe the 22nd should drop earnings. Check if you want to check Yahoo Finance or FinViz. They'll tell you either before the market or after the market. next week. Okay. My baby brought me a cold Red Bull right here, white peach. I usually drink blue, but this one's good. So far, locking in $470. Just wait for this last piece. See if we test this little VWAP area in the last 30 minutes. All these shorts that came in here, if they can't get below here right now, they're going to have no choice. A lot of them, not all of them, but to cover right here. Start covering, hopefully, instead of selling it down. Hopefully they don't sell more into it. But there's a bunch of shorts that came in here, and here. We need to get above the 1220, this area, really. Need some more volume and follow through. Gotta be careful in the last 30 minutes. It can go either way. Might add 5 shares if they ask, if we get past the 25 guys. Okay, just added a tiny amount. Now we have 225 shares left, 1240 average. I get past the 33 area. Few buyers coming in. Above here, 1, 2, 3 would be a tiny breakout of this triple top. 5 shares added, just in case we break the triple top. Not gonna add too much. I do have 100 shares for sale at 1243, I believe. If it gets there, we got to get above the 33 area, 35 area, hopefully. Just need a little follow through. 230 shares left. $35. If it gets to 35, 36, I'll take off 30 more. Take off a little risk. Just got to get above this area and this area really above 1233. Took off 30 shares right there, right at the alert. We have 200 shares left, 1238 average. We got 100 shares for sale right here. Only have 24 minutes left, that's the thing. Don't really want to hold this thing overnight, even a couple hundred shares. Sitting on the level 2 with 100 shares in case it gets there, 10 more cents, 12 more cents area. I really want to see it test VWAP right here. We're still below the 200 MA, so it could possibly test that. For the day traders, a lot of them cut here. For the like swing traders, this is still like the area around the 200 MA. It's still like for them, some of them is still like around the 200 MA area, still playing in here, still testing it. For the day traders, it kind of failed already. See, we didn't have any follow through above there. Let's see if they come in. Excuse me. I really wanted to hold the 1225 area. 20 minutes left. Few big bidders sitting at 12.22 right now. Somebody jumped in front of them, you guys. 12.23. There's a few bidders, but there's no follow through really, which is usually telling me like maybe shorts covering. $25 added for the last few minutes. 225 shares. Want to see a quick squeeze? I'll take it off below here if that happens. Buyers holding it at 12.22 area. A couple buyers. If it goes through them, that's not good. 125 at 1240 area. In case if it doesn't get there by the 10 minutes, I'll flatten out. Added 50 shares, 275. 300 shares max on the final ad for the final 10 minutes, turning into 4.5 for me, 4.6. If it goes below here, I'll take it off. I'll take off that risk that I just put on. Ten minutes left in the market. Final 25 shares for the final 10 minutes. So we're at 300 shares, 1233 average for the last few minutes. Or flatten out, no more adding. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So just a tiny amount. 6 minutes left in the market. Taking off 25 shares. Leave us with 275. Took off that last piece of risk in case. Left with 250 shares. Only 4 minutes left. Short sellers and sellers are attacking this thing. Take another 50 off. We only have 200 shares left. So I might flatten this by try the last piece. Gave like 30, 40 bucks back with the last piece. But it's okay, you guys. Locking in more than 400, around 450, 460 bucks today. A little over patient. Got 2 minutes left in the market. Really want to be flat, really. I don't care if it goes up tomorrow and by the end of the day. Taking off another 100. We have 100 shares left. One minute left. 50 shares left. 40 seconds left in the market. Could we get a quick uptick? Trying to get past 1220 maybe. Bam, flat, you guys locked in $458 on the day. Not too bad. This thing moves weird today. That's grow account every day. You guys growing the account little by little. You guys. Some trades will be good. Some trades will be okay. Some trades will be bad. So as long as you manage risk and if you can extract some money out the market, even if it's $400-500 a day, that's great. Don't forget, plan the trade, trade the plan. Smash the like. Peace out.